Okay. Okay. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. What do you do when your family and friends are not supporting your dream goal? You have all these ideas and you have a really clear goal and your dream is crystal clear in your head and your mind, and you want to plan it out and take action and take the steps, and then you tell your friends and you tell your family, and it's like, and you get like, are you crazy? Why would you want to do that? Does that sound familiar? I'm just gonna go back into my own life and tell me in the comments in the chat if this sounds familiar. And I also really want you to tell me, like, where are you at right now? Because today I'm really gonna talk about this big issue of what you do when your family and your friends are not supporting you. You know, it really can discourage you and demotivate you and bring you down and keep you stuck from really taking the steps, right? So I really want to talk about that today, and hopefully really help you as well. But tell me where you're at. Like, what's your biggest challenge right now? In is it in your business? Have you started your business? Are you trying to grow? Are you still stuck in your job? I really want to get a better feeling of exactly where you're at. Like, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm stuck in a job. You know, my family's not supporting me, or I'm stuck in a job. I have ideas, but I don't know where to start. I've already put my steps into a new business, but I'm not sure how to grow it. Like, tell me specifically what your challenge is in the chat. Really tell me, because I can definitely make more topics on that and help you out. So make it very specific and very clear where you're at right now. Today, and this is also based on your feedback, in the body language, not always vocal. What do you mean by that? You mean the support from your family and friends? Is that what you mean? Let me know. Let me know. So I have a quote that I found. Actually, I have a few quotes that I want to mention to you. And it's the first one I want to mention is from Gandhi. It's easy to stand within the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. And I think this is really powerful. This is from Gandhi. So it's really easy to stand within the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. And when you have ideas and when you have a plan and when you have a dream and you don't get that support, you don't get any positive feedback, then you just feel alone. And that's exactly where I used to be. And it's where a lot of people, stay stuck, and it stops them from moving forward. And and so when I was still working my job, and I had this idea of, I want to travel the world, I want to work online, I want to grow an online business. I wasn't clear yet how I was going to do all that, but it was so clear in my mind, like, I want to work online, I want to have this laptop lifestyle, I want to travel the world. And that dream and that goal was so clear for me. So type in the chat, like, what is your clear goal? And then when I went to my parents, even if, even at 40 years old, I still like the approval of my parents. I mean, they are your family, right? And maybe for you, it's your partner or your kids, or, you seek and your best friends, And so I was telling them, and they're like, are you crazy? Why would you do that? What is it online? Because that's a generation of, wait, online, work online, how, what? I mean, you need to, I do something, and then I get paid for it, right? And here's your paycheck, and here's your monthly, pay. And so why would you leave a paycheck? Why would you leave that security? Why would you leave that safety? Come on, you have all these benefits. You have a car, you have a really good salary. Why? You're crazy, right? And that's all I received. And also what Joan just said is, like, sometimes they don't say it in words, but you just notice their body language, their eyes, their expression, or like my mom, she'd be like, uh-huh, and then silence. And that's like, it's just like, my courage is like, my motivation is like, going all the way deeper and deeper, right? Do you recognize to any of this? I mean, type it in the chat, because I really want to know where you're at and what your observations are. But so, and then you go and you're super excited and you're going to tell some friends, and then they're also like, How are you going to do that? And then comes a whole series of questions. How are you going to do that? What exactly are you going to do? How are you going to earn money online? How does that really work? Are you sure you want to do this? And then what if you fail? And what if you do this? And what if that? And all these worst case scenarios. And again, it's like, oh, really? Like, am I so stupid? Am I so crazy for wanting to grow a business online? Am I so I just really, really can bring you down. Like, I'm so curious if you resonate to any of this. And then what can you then do to actually continue your path? And like I said in the quote of Gandhi, like, how can you then, even when you're standing alone, how can you continue? How can you stay motivated? How do you know if your dream is actually realistic, if it's feasible? What are these things that you do? And to begin with, I really want to say, well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to go over my 5 key points to say, and I'll add a bonus well as well, because I'm going to dive deeper into all these, but all of these are super, super important to keep you going. So just want to have a quick look at the chat. Yes, it resonates. The body language, not the vocal. Yeah, they don't always use words, but it's like that, or the silence, or the look in their eyes or their face, right? And then like, they're not approving. They're not supporting me. This is all on me. Um, and then, yeah, you can't even say certain things because some have a negative on it. Yeah, some people are always negative. Like, those are the people that I don't surround myself with anymore. Like, remember I did several videos on like who are the people you're surrounding yourself with, and just make sure you select the people that support you and motivate you, because some people I just really had to let go of my life because they were always negative. Now, your family you can't let go of, right? So that's sometimes a challenge. That's like, and still today I'm like, oh, okay, how am I going to explain that? Because you can't change your family, right? But yes, I did have a lot of people in my life that I just let go of because my life changed. My life changed from working a 9 to 5 to being an online entrepreneur and traveling the world. So my people change, the people that get me, the people that I'm inspired by, the people that motivate me, and some friends stayed and have seen me all through my journey, and some friends change, and that's okay. You change, so the people around you change as well. So I think that's really normal. Um, let's say negative attitude. Yeah, they're trying to protect us. Yeah, I'm definitely going to say something about that. And the unknown is scary for them as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to say something about that. And most of the people I know aren't interested in or don't want to leave their 9 to 5. Exactly. That's why it's hard to find like-minded people. Yes, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's time for you, especially you, Joan, like to try and search new people, which you're already doing. It's like those people when I was in my job, there's not one of them is still part of my life today. None of them. Because what? Because they want to stay in their job, which is absolutely fine. But we're more of an entrepreneur. We want to grow. We want to do something completely different and stand alone and not do what the crowd does, right? And so, yeah, people around you change. So here are at least 5 things to remember when you feel you're alone, when you feel, and not just feel, but when the reality is that your friends and your family are not supporting you. And the first one is, um, the first one I'm going to tackle, they're all equally important. There's not a range of order or something. So the first one is jealousy. Okay. Yes, I've said it, and it's jealousy, it's envy. People that are not supporting you, a lot of times they envy you for doing it. They envy you for trying to break through and to actually break through. And they're jealous, and they're like, they're not supporting you, and they're critical and rather negative because they deep down want that too, and they're too scared, they're too afraid, or they can't, or for whatever reason. But a lot of people are envious and jealous. And so that's another reminder for you to make sure you select the right people around you. And those who don't understand, those who don't get you, those who are critical and negative, maybe they're jealous, maybe they're not. I'm not saying all of them are, but they don't belong in your life anymore. And it's time to say no. It's time to move towards your goal and say no to the naysayers. It's really time. For me, realizing that and making a shift in the people that I'm surrounded with makes a huge difference. Even today, still today, I really try to surround myself with people that get me, that motivate me, that inspire me. Because maybe it's someone who is further ahead of me that inspires me. And so I want to be like them, and they will motivate me. Maybe it's someone that is on the same path as I am. Maybe, I'm always surrounding myself with people that are on this similar journey or that are doing what I want to do. But none of the people around me are in a 9 to 5 and loving their life there, and most of the people I'm surrounded with are entrepreneurs and positive minded, and I'm all into positive mindset and Bob Proctor and his program and studying books and personal development and all of that, because I want to grow. I want to change. I want to, yeah, believe in my dream and achieve it too. And so that's what I talk about, and that's what I'm doing. And the only reason I can do it is with the right people. So select your tribe, okay? Select your tribe. And all these naysayers, the negative ones, those energy vampires that drain you. Remember in the beginning of this video, I was talking about people that ask you 1,000 questions, but how are you going to do it? And where will you go? And like for me, when I'm traveling, but you don't have a home anymore, how can you do that? And what if you don't find anything? And all these worst case scenarios, they always come up with the worst case scenario. And then I'm like, but what about the best case scenario? Come on. What if you do succeed? What if you can grow? What if you do get your clients? Caroline, what if you do sell a whole bunch of products and and luxury items, and you do succeed? You can, you will, So um, think about the best case scenario. So the first reminder is a lot of these critical people, don't take them too serious because there's jealousy. Okay, there is definitely a lot of jealousy. That's number one. Number two, and again, they're not in any range of order because they're all equally important. Number two is life is short. Do you want to live it with regrets or without? Okay. Do you want to live life with regrets or without? Do you want to let go of your dream life because of these people not supporting you? Right? I talk about this a lot. My biggest drive when I was still in my job is that I imagined myself being older. I imagined myself being 80 or 90 years old, who knows, and looking back upon my life. And that's a question I'm asking you. When you imagine yourself being older at the end of your life and you look back upon your life, will you be looking back upon a life saying, yes, I've done everything I wanted. I've lived the life that I wanted? Or will you be looking back upon a life and thinking, I wish I had done it. I wish I had made another decision. I wish I had taken another path. I wish I didn't follow the crowd and I took my own path. Know, I want you to, and keep it in the, keep it coming in the chat, guys. Think about that. That for me is my big, the idea. And also there's been so much research and studies that have been done, with elderly people, asking them, what's your biggest regret? And the pain of regret, I'm going to repeat this 2 times. The pain of regret is bigger than the pain of change. Do you get that? The pain of regret is the biggest pain. It's bigger than the pain of change. What do I mean by that? Changing your life now, changing your life, making changes, doing the things that you actually want and trying to figure out what you really want and what makes you happy and fulfilled. That pain of change, because I say pain, it's in other words, stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of the familiarity, stepping out of your paycheck, stepping out into the unknown. That's pain, right? Change is painful. Change is the enemy of comfort. So, but all of that change, that pain is smaller than the pain of regret. And when you're older and you're having to look back upon a life with regret, that pain, well, I don't want it. It's your choice, but I don't want it. I want a life without regrets. I want a life that I can say, I've done what I wanted. I figured it out. I failed. I got back up. I tried something else. I took action. I faced my fears. I That's the people I work with. And if you're here, I know you guys in the chat, you're like that. You're go-getters, you're result oriented, you're doers. And that means stepping out of your comfort zone, and you will live a life that you can say, yes, I've done it, I've tried it. Does it mean that the path is always smooth and always upwards? No. I have moments that, I tried a few things and it didn't work, and I tried something else, and I have a few courses that I tried and then I had to delete. And come on, I mean, my first videos on YouTube were like, dramatic, and we always improve, and I'm still improving, and I'm still growing, right? So, but there is a curve upwards. So live life without regrets. Life is too short to live with regrets. Okay, live life without regrets. I'm gonna have a really quick look at the chat here so I don't miss. Yeah, you never share personal goals with folks at work. Nah, that's a good thing, because they don't get it. And they're too comfortable, and sometimes, yeah, they're lazy. Ooh, I have a nice quote for you coming up about that laziness. And so a question is, did you just let them go, or did you have to have a conversation with some of these folks that I let go in my life? Well, a lot of it was me learning saying no. It's a really, really great question. And keep the questions coming, especially specifically where you're at. And hi to Charlene. If you're still there, I want to know where you're at in your life. Like, are you in a job? What's your dream? What's your goal? Because I want you to be specific. Like, what's your biggest challenge right now? Do you want to grow a business? Do you want to escape your job? Do you want to, I don't know, is your family not supporting you? Like, be specific, so I can help you out, or I can make more topics on that topic. So talking about the people that I had to let go, because I just mentioned I select the people that motivate me, that inspire me. And a lot of things is that one of the biggest things is that I learned to say no. So let me give you an example. There was a time where I was a big, big, big people pleaser, right? And so friends or family were like, oh, you want to come over for coffee? Yeah. You want to help me out? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. You want to come over for my birthday? Yeah, sure. And my entire weekend and all my days off were like helping others and being there for others all the time. And my whole schedule was not for me, but only for others. And then when I realized, like, but wait, what is it that I want? I want to grow my business. I want to be an entrepreneur. And if I want that, I need to, spend time online. I needed to learn how the technical things work for video and audio. I needed to, create a website and a Facebook group, and creating digital courses and creating content and creating blogs. And I needed time to figure all of that out. And in the meantime, I did digital courses. I published books. I did my TEDx talks. I was always focused on building my online business, connecting with the people that could help me. And so I started more and more spending time with that, meaning my evenings and my weekends, I wanted to work on my dream. I wanted to work on my business, and I didn't have time to go to, it's not that I didn't have time. I didn't want to make time to go to coffees and birthdays and hanging out or parties that didn't help me grow and pursue my dream. And so I really started taking care of myself more, thinking, what is it that I want? Well, I want to build my dream. Is going to that party going to help me pursue my dream? What's more important to me is work on my business. And so I didn't go to parties, and I stayed home every night, and I said no to friends and family and getaways and evenings out and all of that. I didn't. And I just said no. And a lot of them didn't understand. And then they asked me once, and they asked me twice, and then the third time they don't ask anymore. And that's fine. And so the relationship fades. So, it's saying no. To answer your question specifically, Joan, I said no more and more and more. And then some of them understand, and they, once in a while, they would, call me, or we would, get together. I have my true friends, let me put it this way, because of course I travel the world, so I'm never in the same location. But when I come back, like now I'm in the Netherlands, and I have friends around the world. And my best friend, I'll see him tomorrow, and he's like, sometimes we don't hear each other for months, even once a year. I think we just, and sometimes we send a WhatsApp message, and that's it. But then when we see each other, we're just the best of the best friends. And that's the friendship I admire. That's the friendship I want. That's true friendship. And He doesn't want me to call him every week. He doesn't require me to go to his party or whatever not. So does that make sense? Like saying no more and more to others and means saying yes to yourself. So what is it that you want, and take care of you first. And what fulfills you, take care of that. And then say no to the rest. I think I mentioned that last week. Focus on what you do want and say no to the rest. Make a standard, have a goal, and everything that you do should be aligned with that goal. Everything that you do should be aligned with your growth, your passion, and everything that is coming your way, like a party, a this, a that, a question, and it's not helping you grow, say no. And it's practice. Okay, I want you to practice it. Where are we? I can, so I will. No regrets, no guilt. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. Yeah, Bob Proctor. I'm in his program, so I can tell you all about that. And it's not just him. There's so many people, that are amazing that I study. There's Earl Nightingale that I listen to every day. There's Bob Proctor. There is sometimes a meditation of Jack Canfield, Joe Dispenza. Oh, love, love, love Joe Dispenza. There's definitely several people. Trying to get temporarily so I can move out and work online. Awesome. Cool. That's exactly what I did. If you follow my journey, and you can see a lot of videos, I don't know what your name is, Dimensional Liquid. I think it's really cool of name, but I don't know what your name is, but that doesn't matter. But what kind of thing do you want to do online? That's exactly what I did. I wanted to grow my business online. And so I went from working 5 days a week to 4 days a week to then part-time. And then, I always talk about transitioning. So the more you grow your business, the less you can work in your job. And then at one point it's like, goodbye. And then you take the jump, but you don't take a jump overnight. Please, please, please don't. We need money. Okay. So, great example. Okay. Moving on. Where am I? 3. So just to recap, there's jealousy, right? So one thing to remember, if there's a lot of critic, it can be jealousy. Life is short, so live life without regrets. And number 3 is that when people are not supporting you, some of them generally and genuinely don't understand, okay? And that's important to remember, because some of them might critique you, might ask you 1,000 questions, and what if this and what if that, and in all these cases, but it's genuinely because they don't get it, they don't understand it. And a lot of times some people are just always in their job, they're super happy in their 9 to 5, they have no clue about what it is to be online, to be on social media, to be on YouTube and grow and monetize it, and they have no clue, so they just don't get it. Or maybe it's a generation that is also like, what, you can actually earn money online? Like, no, you have to go to a job, right? Or you have to like deliver a service and then get money in return, and face to face, and they just don't get it. So remember that some people, it's not bad intentions, they just don't understand. And then it's your choice. Do you want to spend your energy explaining, or just let it go? And maybe those are the people that don't belong in your tribe, right? So again, that's up to you. So yeah, it's a lot of energy spent, and that's true, Caroline. I agree with that. It's a judgment that you have to make of, do you want to spend your energy explaining? I usually don't, unless it's somebody that I really know I want in my life. But otherwise, it's like, I don't want to, if you don't get it, sorry, it doesn't resonate, and I lose energy, and my energy is drained, and it's one of those energy vampires, right, that I don't want to be dealing with. By the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you like my content, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let YouTube know that you enjoy my content. And there's so many more videos that are concise and to the point and short and helping you escape your 9 to 5. But I do want you to comment and to chat, like, where are you right now in your life? Are you in a job? Are you challenged by what? By your boss, by the paycheck? You don't know where to start online. What is your goal? I'm super, super curious to know where you're at. So, okay. And also, There's always a link below to book a clarity call with me. Some of you have already done that, and I love creating clarity and talking through the next steps with you. So don't hesitate to click that link. Then we have number 4. And Caroline and Joan, this is something you mentioned in the chat earlier. So this is a big one. Number 4 to remember when people are not supporting you is because they want to keep you safe. They want to keep you safe. They have their own fears and they project that on you. So they always want to stay safe, or what they think is safe, and they project their fears upon you. So they're scared and therefore they scare you. And then you get like, why would you leave the security? Why would you leave your job? Are you crazy? You're getting a monthly good salary. Why would you let that go? Stay there. Stay in your familiar job. You're doing so well. Stay in that comfort zone. Stay in that comfort bubble. Do you recognize that? Oh my gosh, that was so what happened to me. Like, why would you leave? Like, you have the security, you know, steadily, ooh, that's my income every single month, you know, and you have your benefits and your health insurance and your car and your whatnot. And at the end of the year, you have this much, and you know what to do day in, day out, you know what to do. So why would you leave your job? Oh my gosh. So they're scared. They want to keep you safe. And so they project their fear upon you. But then what is safe and what is secure? Right now, I'm, for me, it was, my biggest drive again was like, there I was. Yes, I had a monthly paycheck. Yes, I had all the benefits, but I was miserable. I was stressed out. I was burned out. I didn't like it. I didn't feel any meaning in what I was doing. I hit that snooze button every morning over and over again. I had stomach aches. I was like sitting in my chair in the office, like with serious stomach aches. I had to smile, fake smiles day after day. And then my boss and the performance appraisals, oh, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, I see myself in this company. I see myself grow and, learn more and develop myself. No way. I wanted to just shout, like, I want to get out of here in 5 years. So that was me. Do you recognize any of that? Coming back to the people that are not supporting you, here's the thing, and I talked about that in the risk-taking video that I made a couple of weeks ago, I think. When we grow up, our parents, okay, keeping you safe and trying to be safe, and that word safe comes from ancient years ago, right? Our parents want to keep us safe. So here's the thing. When you grow up as a child and you learn to ride your bike, for example, I mean, how often, or you cross the street, your parents would be like, oh, watch out, be careful, watch out, don't do this, don't, burn your hands on the stove, and watch out when you cross, and watch out. And it's always like, ooh, stay safe, don't do this, watch out, you're gonna fall, watch out. What they should say, and what nobody tells us is, well, fall, get back up. It's okay. Why don't you fall, get back up? It's okay. And just program us to know that it's okay to fall and fail. But because we're so programmed of, we have to be safe, we can't fall. No, it's not okay to fall. We have to stay safe. That's why it's so hard to get out of that system, that program of leave the safety zone. No way. We're not brought up like that. But if we would have been programmed and brought up in a sense of, it's okay to fall, you just get back up. Like a baby, it's starting to crawl and it's trying to walk, and it will fall and get back up and fall. And the baby's mindset is actually brilliant. He'll just get up and it's okay. And then when we start listening to our parents, like, oh, no, stay safe, don't fall. Does that make sense? So that's why, people, they project their fear. So I'm just going to look at the comments. Where are we? Oh, Joan is saying no in the most recent months. Well done, because it takes courage to say no. It's not always easy. So yeah. Okay, good example. Great. I like that you like my examples. It's pointless spending energy trying to explain things sometimes. Absolutely agree. If they don't want to understand, they don't want to understand, and just let go of it. And we don't need their validation. No. And you don't need their, no, you don't need their validation. And in other words, you don't need their permission. You know, who are we? We're adults. Why are we waiting for permission? Come on, it's our life, right? And so, okay, so the safety, the fear, okay. So coming to the number 5, remember, 1, jealousy. 2, life is short. You have to live and choose a life without regrets. The choice is yours. They don't understand, generally don't understand. They have fears and they like to keep it safe. They like to keep you safe. So they project their fears up on you. Number 5, and here's a quote that I really want to share. I'm going to read it from my little note here. Number 5 is about not following the crowd, okay? So Ralph Waldo Emerson says, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. I'm gonna repeat this. Do not go where the path may lead, because everybody's walking the same path and the crowd is walking the same path. So do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there's no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love that so much, because when we follow the path and we follow what everybody else is doing and we're supposed to do a job, right, and have a paycheck. No, if you have a dream and a goal, then yes, you're gonna feel alone, and you're gonna have to create that path. The path is not there yet, and that's what you mentioned early in the chat as well. The path is unknown. It's not there yet. So create that path and create a trail, and others will follow you. So people don't understand. People are jealous. People don't get it. People don't support you. So what? It's your dream. It's your goal. It's your life. So create a new path. And here's a bonus tip. Okay, here's a bonus tip. I'm gonna jump right in, so I don't keep you much longer. Find inspiration and support. Okay, and from different people, different variation of people. Let me explain that. So when your family and your friends are not supporting you, then find those who are supporting you. Okay, you're never alone on this journey. People have created their own journey as well, just like me, just like others. We created from nothing. We searched and figured out what we wanted to do. So find people that do support you, because it's so important. Sometimes it can feel lonely, and it doesn't have to be, because your path might be selling certain cosmetic products, or being a certain specific business coach or a career coach or whatnot, and that's your unique thing. But other people have had the journey of figuring out how to become a coach, how to become an entrepreneur, how to grow on YouTube. A lot of us have already walked a path. Where I want to go, some other people are walking that path before me. Not the unique same thing, but they will support you. They will support me. They will support us. So find people who you are inspired by. Select the friends and the family. Well, family you can select, but select the people in your tribe that give you energy, that motivate you. Find a coach. I've started my journey with a coach. I've changed coaches along the way, but I would never be without a coach, because a coach is someone that holds your hand and that has walked the path before you. And it's the one person that you can reveal anything to, because it's confidential, it's one-on-one. He or she is there for you, and you can be as open, as vulnerable, ask any questions, and they will coach you. They are there for you. When I work with my clients, it's 100% confidential. I'm fully committed to their journey. I'm fully there for them on their journey. And it's really this one-on-one connection that's so private, it's so intimate, and it's really helping you. Hey, there's someone there for you who will tell you exactly, this is what you need to do. That's what I do with my clients. I'm literally like, okay, now you do this. Okay, have you done it? It's accountability, but it's also showing you the way and then checking, have you done it? And checking, hey, maybe you can improve it. Okay, you've done that. It's working. It's not working so well. Let's tweak it a little bit and go further. So having a coach is something, it's invaluable, really. And I would never be without a coach. And it helps me to grow on my journey. And I hope you have a coach. And if you want to talk to me, I'm here. I am a coach. So that's super, super important. And besides that, select the people that you want to hang with. And that changes over time. It changes. When I was, now I'm talking to other fellow YouTubers. I'm talking to people in my program that's personal development, that's Bob Proctor, the mindset. I'm talking to, other entrepreneurs. But it changes, I sometimes, when I was publishing books, I was more in relation to other authors. So it shifts and it changes, and that's okay. But the coach is one-on-one, always, always there for me. So yeah, I'm glad you're saying that, Caroline. Your coach has helped me. And again, maybe you had a coach up to a certain point, and then when you're ready to scale to another, you know, taking a next step in your journey, you may need another coach. So it changes. I had different coaches as well. So or I joined programs like I was yesterday. I posted that on Facebook. I was in Marie Forleo's B School live session, and she picked me. And like suddenly I'm there in her live session. That was pretty amazing because I've done her program, and so she has been a great mentor for me as well. So there we have it. I'm just gonna recap for you guys. And again, check the links below always, and check my other videos because you'll find a lot of value in there, and shorter of content, and more concise. But if your family and friends are not supporting you, and I still have a question for you, by the way, then here are the things to really remember. One, there is a lot of jealousy going on, people that criticize you because they're envious of you, of your journey. So remember that. Don't always take it personal, but keep that in mind. Life is short. That's number two. Life is short. So do you want to live life without regrets, or do you want to look back upon a life thinking, I wish I had done it? Number three is they have fears and they project their fears upon you. So they're scared and they make you scared, and they're calling you crazy and giving you all the worst case scenarios and 1,000 questions to make you doubt yourself. Why? Because they want to keep you safe and they have fears and they're scared. Number five, don't follow the crowd, but make your own path and leave your own trail. And the bonus, find people that inspire you. Find a coach that holds your hand and has your back. And select your tribe with people that do motivate you and that do inspire you. And so yeah, I hope this was really helpful, and I bring it on if you have more topics that, that's why I'm asking, where are you specifically right now? What is it that would really help you right now? What are some topics that you want me to cover in my next videos? Are you growing your business? Are you stuck in something? What's your challenge right now? What is your challenge at this moment, or more challenges? What are you facing right now? Please, please, please comment in the chat. I'm just going to go over really quickly. Good quote. I'm lucky my family wants me to succeed in my business. That is awesome. That's really, really, really awesome. Yes. That's very good. Yep, very helpful suggestions. Your coach helped me. Awesome. Very helpful. Thank you. So what else would help you? Bring it on, please. So any other challenges and yeah, growing, starting out. Yeah, overwhelm I think might be another good topic. What do you do when you're overwhelmed with so many things going on? Or what I see also people is thinking they have to invest in a lot of things. That's a discussion I had yesterday as well. Maybe would that be interesting? um, Overwhelm and investing. What do you need to invest in? Like invest in ads or courses, or invest money in certain programs. Might that be of interesting to you? Let me know. Overwhelm or invest when you start out your business. Or I'm thinking back when I was still trying to figure everything out in my online business. Um, Programs, overwhelm. Yeah, overwhelm and burnout. Yeah. What else? How do you balance your job with growing your online business? How's that of a topic? How do you balance your job with your... Give me something I'm not saying here. I'm just thinking out loud. You said, okay, Joan said, yes, that would be interesting. Which one are you talking about? Because I'm mentioning a few things here. Coaching versus a program. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. You said yes, and I don't know what you said yes to. An accurate timeline. Timeline, what do you mean, Caroline? Timeline. Balancing 9 to 5 with the business. Yeah, I think that might be a good one. I'm going to have to look into that. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, guys, thank you for joining. And yeah, I like these sessions. I really do. I'm super happy with your engagement and your comments. The overwhelmed. Okay. Good. Yeah. How long should... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna... Yeah. Spend the rest... Next week I'll be in another location again. I'm not sure if I can do a live. I'll let you know. You just watch my Facebook. Again, links are below. Join our Facebook group. Have a clarity call with me if you want to. And just comment below. Whatever is on your mind, I'm here to help you. So awesome, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.